isn't sending the information not service?
My name is Supernal Hospital Baksay. I'm Supreme Apostle. Some
Okay,
series
yeah,
of
I
our
don't know.
Jesus
I
Christ
thought the sim was
in
my.
the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, centered in Salt Lake City,
Yeah.
Utah, in US. I Supernal Hospital Baksay while now working on the project.
Yeah, I just want to do that.
Project,
Okay.
yeah, I Supernal Hospital
The other concern.
Baksay.
Okay.
And
The only other concern is that
many
I should probably
Jesus
want to wait
Christ of
till
Latter-day Saints was
my AT&T
translated
contract is out at the end of
into
the
the
month, and
heavenly
I'd like to
glory of
continue to
Elohim
see
and
here
Yahweh.
on this number, so I would want to wait,
And
but like I
because
want a number
then
here.
into the
But I want a number here like now.
presence of Elohim and Yahweh in highest heaven.
For a month.
Brothers and sisters, I dedicated this video message to Elohim and Yahweh.
Okay.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ,
this
Master
is
of
the
the
section
Gospel,
one.
Boxer,
But
was by
I'll
the
figure it out. But
authority
that's something to
of
add
the
ahead of
holy
me. That's at
order
least
of
something to
the
make me
Son
think.
of God, Lord Jesus Christ, that I, as an apostle Boxer, will hold to Elohim Yahweh, as well as the all translated meanings, such as me,
Mm.
as Yahweh means
Yeah,
Jesus
yeah,
Christ. He is
yeah. Okay.
already
All right. Well,
mentioned
I
it,
just have to think about it.
that his
Andrew and
Father,
Jackie are
the
going to
begotten
talk
of
to me.
Jesus was the only begotten of Elohim, Yahweh,
All right.
Jesus
I'll talk
Christ,
to you
and
later.
me.
Bye.
So we almost Boxer,
Later.
actually in my life. Links are written. And then the guy that mentioned the Enoch. Enoch was walking with God. I said, walking with
Yeah, I
God
mean,
for
he
lots of
hasn't
time.
yet, but he wants to talk to me about her mom.
And
And I know a little
as
bit more
we
than mom. I mean,
like
I may
the
not have
movies
studied
of
about this,
Joseph
but I know
Smith,
how to like.
about Joseph Smith and about the Revelations of
Things
Joseph
like
Smith,
just get
me
PTSD, just
and
like a
Lindsay
simple
have a
feeling
thought,
without
me
the
and
whole
Lindsay
tragedy
decide
of it.
we'll do a most glorious movies and
So I was
musical.
like, well, but
Yeah, made it. The hook
yeah, well, they
therein
need to
is
burners.
only
Cheap.
the actual
He said he
that
could
we
give me a
need
burner and send it
um,
to me over there so that I could
rather
transfer my
flat.
number to that too. That's the thing about carrying
That
somebody
that
who's
might
not going to
feel some other.
I'm not going to have
That
it. It's
what we
just
need to
basic.
now is
And
also is
I
the
need to,
time that I already died in 2007 to start with all the
have
movies and
Dana ready
films.
to
Yeah, we
over
really
there.
have movies in 2007. Mine
Is there a
is
workshop on
later.
device? So like, this is up to open
Okay,
it
I
down.
actually already
Oh,
have
it's
here.
left?
I had in movies also before. But you like to do movies that are beautiful about, for example, the Enoch there. He was married already and he had a son. And then he had some other more sons. Enoch was sending Methuselah out of his city of Enoch. And then he raised Enoch. That was already in age, in years, it was like 365 years of age. Ascended into heaven by numerous hosts of people of Enoch. That was named after Messiah. That most lives are about this guy. Enoch also is most lives are about this guy. And then also, Moses, Elijah, and therefore then we have me here now at this time. And we already planned to ascend to heaven. I proposed that all those most those and the most powerful friends of my life, especially you and Yahweh, might help Lindsay to appear or support me so that I might appear triumphantly at the side of the right side of Yahweh and Lindsay on my side, so we might have the wedding. You know, I'm sure famous Lindsay will feel the same with me. Looking forward that she might feel the same. And me, as you are dedicated, this school is dedicated also for other saints and to go through the Holy Ghost, the spirits, like the Holy Spirit of the promise. So we might maybe now turn about the word of wisdom. Some men love pizza and they start to eat it secularly, but we think that secularly is not food, especially for myself. I've seen in a movie about Guinness record, they was eating whole airplanes some years. It was earning such budgets and it was really caring and eating herbal. But I think we don't need to. I'm actually sure that we rather supposed to help when I'm from any sense to me. Um, I actually was also in Boy Scout place called Bottom Pole House, and I get this badge here. With the Boy Scout badge with the British flag as I live still also in this Apple store in the Archi once again in Legion Street in Royal Gamble of London, Royal Gamble of England in London. We have here Whitechapel where is this boundary of this Whitechapel where and then we have also the Archdiocese of Hyperstate, London Mission, London Mission, this is Europe, Central West area, one area extended to Frankfurt, England, inclusive. The change was happening accurately as I went to Cyprus and I wrote a green card to live there, bring a lover and I like to marry her. And I just discovered that there's trouble in Cyprus. I didn't know the Christian Greeks who Cyprus was occupied by the other NATO country, by the Turkey. And it was both very friendly to me. I was first in Cyprus and then I was in Israel. There I was detained and I returned to Cyprus. But there I could not get any success of finding military agreement nor employment. So I went to Turkey and in Turkey I also had many friends or they were all behaving very friendly. The acceptance was only very small. And which is actually and lie and enjoy. I went there on Cyprus Airlines and then I returned to Turkey Airlines from Constantinople to Istanbul, Constantinople. It was every two Slovak Republic, the boundaries of Slovak Republic, to Moravia, to Czech Republic boundaries. They went through learning men, constantly men, and they was preaching their translation of scriptures. And there was first residency in front of Apostles, not sure. If they had a good study about Israel, had all the scriptures, and they scattered them, and they had also the Holocaust or Romas among themselves. But I just put to mention the Greeks, they was in such a long war with the Turks. And now we have the Slovaks, and Slovaks had a scripture so early with Czechs, would they have peace? Yes, I believe they would have peace. Slovaks and Czechs are very related, especially Czechs and Slovaks also. Would we get any wisdom on that? What I just I think we can get wisdom. I, for example, asked my English speaker was not yet so familiar with flying, but in spirit it seemed like it wasn't trusted. Very openly, there was really sort of the tensions couldn't reach her. So what can we do to beautify somewhere? I'm really super in apostle. I'm planning to ascend to heaven in this due time with Jesus Christ. And I may be successful entertainer. I just found a company, a reselling house of companies, and now I'm getting learn about equality of the household. What is just second time I'm asking. Equality or equity of the household of God as Jesus Christ the second time already I'm asking. This got such a wonderful saying. Working on media, how can we be grateful to this glorious spirit that discovered to us in technology to us that we have little words potential in us. But it's really getting to fulfill the glorious coordination our destiny to be translated to heaven or to ascend to the presence of God. About this time, 15 years of the century.
Staying here
So
for the
can
next
be
2
alone,
weeks.
maybe not was alone. God, he was supposed to be Moses. He was having all the house of Israel with him. Elijah had
So, so
Elisha
hopefully
with him.
it's going to
And maybe also some other 50 sons
2
of
weeks.
prophets from Jericho was watching from this place where where a chart of fire appeared, maybe as some persona generator Jacob and was taking Elijah straight up the place gone. Right therefore shall we lead each other to the place where Jesus is gone. Brothers and sisters, I think that we will find answers on these questions, especially if you follow me. So the links that you bring on any other important social media leads me with their activities, minds, or somebody even more research. I don't know, but maybe it's most of it is hidden talent or President Irene Observant that I will discover that we can be friends with this man of 20th century. So also was born 20th century. And this man, Thomas Visconti, was born in 1920s, 1930s. So we maybe made fun friendship. Like yesterday was really such a wonderful revolution that if I would like to preside again for the first presidency, or if I would like to be elected on the board of Jesus Christ, what I saying about the call for presidency, I maybe just say, President Monson, you yes, you can preside because you like to change. And now I hear from Frank and John Mason and reply, those missionaries were serving with me as our certificate of gone. And we also have the same there where there was Lauren Today's missionaries. There was Lauren membership records which was discussing letter saying to the state aid. So chastity is important. Never been understanding there. Chastity is important. We should help one another to stay chaste and to help one another to friendship. Of course, President Stalin also discussed lessons. Then we have there's a subject of the temporal relation that is described in the components of discussed lesson section 89, verse 2, as law of temporal relation, the word wisdom, as a concept to high praise is a greeting. So that's a really glorious greeting. And as a research of many blessings, temporal salvation, that's such a glorious saying. Translation to how are you ascends into highest heaven. Would it help us to be um, keep the word of wisdom? Will help us to be searching the word of wisdom to keep someone better. Missionaries, Jesus Christ was letters saying the teaching to abstain from alcohol, tobacco, coffee, and tea. But I remember my missionaries, as they was teaching me, I was actually getting their art anymore. I've seen them, I read them, but I was not so quite aware that if I asked to baptize me, I would be placed straight away in between two missionaries and some sofa of those good projectors that they was making arranging appointments with missionaries. And if I remember well, there was on the left side Elder Rowe, and on the right side, very tight to me, a one from Utah, the Elder Butte. And I remember on one of those our sessions, and I'm not sure now if it was before I was baptized or after, but we had a meeting before and after. And after it was also Elder Pamlo and there, Elder Rowe was teaching me about the subject that I forgot super moments. But I had a really wonderful idea. It has been lost, maybe because I speak so much about research and she's got such ability to make the ideas disappear. But it was truly something really lovely. What I experienced with missionaries that I was baptized and then I was also serving a full-time apostolic mission in Frankfurt, Germany, and I really received also the calling by President Hinckley, so I really was having the envelope and always putting recorders on. And I was eventually alone in the room, and it was such a drama that my mother, she was also excited to meet the mission, but I was so exceedingly oppressed or depressed by different sorts of pressures that I don't know what that pressures are. I don't know what it could be, maybe guilt or what could it be. So President Hinckley, as this letter arrived, the letter, the person of the post office was actually not dropping in the actual letterbox, but was taking the letter away again. And my mother had such abilities, interpersonal abilities. She discovered what is happening just now. And she ran out of the flat and of the house to catch the postman to get the letter, and it was a huge envelope, not so big. So it was approximately a 4 move. And she got a calling to me. I was really signed by President Hinckley, and I was receiving a call into MTC Preston, England. And here I am in England, remembering how it was in Frankfurt, and I really received also the certificate of President John Lawrence and Manuel served with honor. So let us therefore believe that I can still wear a name tag, maybe that would be golden name tag with white gold letters on. Supernal Apostle Baksay, you are the picture of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And I'm planning to ascend. I'm planning to ascend. So I believe that we can have wedding also in Washington D.C. at Windsor Hospital. We will still to meet Supernal Apostle Baksay by United States of America President in Washington District of Columbia in White House. It is government place. I think that it is possible to get their ordinance as wedding ordinance, also by United America. President, if it will be today's president, 44th president of the United States of America, Barack Obama, or if it will be a future president, so that's what we might find out. And if it will be early, I believe that we might have at least that experience with ICE, Supernal Boxer will be elected on John Board of discussing letters saying of the court of first president, such as discussing letters saying that my sent to heaven as honor. I was also honored here on earth as in heaven, as well as in Washington D.C. in my house, that I might also be United States American president. I might be taken maybe by Canada. So yeah, I might say that I might not accurately preside in military force. We might have general, so we might make from strong American president from five, and we might forward all the military force onto one general, like President Monson, for example, or any other general. So President Oaks is also a member of the discussion letter, saying at the same time general, and also area president here. I was dedicating business center at London, Temple Business Center, was dedicated by President Oaks, and he's also general. General Oaks can maybe still have their forward, and he will still be alive. Which is different from President Gordon. President Gordon has really already passed um, was shown as if he was in the coffin, but the coffin was actually closed, so we could not see if it was him or only Book of Mormon inside. And President Hinckley from heaven waving on him. So I had a vision at that time as there was funeral of President Hinckley, and it was accurately as I had such a beautiful window in Preston in the second Civil War. There was such a beautiful window in the kitchen where I was having common living, and and there in the window was a new era of October 2007 that I purchased accurately in October 2007. I was already 2008, and it was happening that a funeral of President Hinckley was bringing to me the relation of the President Hinckley liking this 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 skating, the ice skating. But if Christian Hinckley loves ice skating more than ascension to heaven, that's really not true. But at least you know it's ice skating. Chris Hinckley and his wife, Bashir, was actually already passed away. But they were showing themselves to me in a vision of ice skating, and I felt peaceful, and I felt also uh, somewhat those were disappointed. As such a view as specifically ascending to heaven could appear somewhat better as the coffin in a conference center. But little might change something. I think that we can believe in the actual wedding. So I hope to ascend to heaven also today. So let us therefore have a prayer. I'm sure they have found kingdom knocking also from this glorious palace of business and registry in my experience ascension. So let us therefore have a prayer. Most I help our Father, Lord, with thy name, thy be down us in heaven. Bless us as we lift our hands up to heaven, but now we translate it to heaven glory. And I send now immediately with thy presence to highest heaven, Jesus Christ, Master of wisdom of us, amongst your essence to be in highest heaven. Maybe comes later. No, it's not yet. But soon, we hope soon. We are not setting exact time. If anybody knows, can let me know. But I most likely, if I can ascend to heaven at about now, And maybe Lisa Springer or any other friends, if they would like to, I'll ask them now. Lindsay and other friends in the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter Saints and beyond, what would you like from me or to me? What would you like to wish as I already ascend into heaven? I will be in the presence of Elohim and Yahweh for all eternity. Can I hear that? I hopefully hear the answers. My telephone number is 0750-599-751. If anybody would like to answer, I propose that the answer will be that also as Lindsay Brennan and any others family Brennan or other families in the Jesus Christ and beyond, if you might also be transferred to glory, translated to heaven and glory and ascend into the presence of Elohim Yahweh and invoke Elohim Yahweh and Allah and highest heaven, and if you might therefore have that experience, so be bridge for eternity in the presence of God. And I'll say the answer is very easy thing you ask of me, dear sister and brothers. Um, led there, but very soft, as many people and mothers say. You ask of me, therefore let there be according to your wish, as I already ascend to the presence of Elohim Yahweh. You can also be translated somewhere and ascend to the presence of Elohim Yahweh. You know, Jesus Christ, Master Wisdom and Apostle Baksay, and by the authority of the Holy Order of the Son of God, Lord Jesus Christ, the Archi and Apostle Baksay, hold ascension in the presence of Yahweh in highest heaven. Now, brothers and sisters, word of wisdom. Is there anything where we can discover word of wisdom? If anybody knows the answer, plus 447505971 for all those who are outside of the United Kingdom of Great Britain, outside of England, and Wales, where we have a new company registered and company's house named Jesus Christ Ascension Limited, with limited number of shares. And 07505971 for all those who are in England and United Kingdom of Great Britain. And for with the answer, if there is anything what we can still learn from the bread of wisdom, which is the record of the Holy Scriptures, also recorded in topical guide of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, eventually by missionary, yet when you check this by missionary, but maybe index, maybe not. If some study helps, should be the bread of wisdom. Has been revealed also to Joseph Smith and recorded Doctrine and Covenants of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, section 89, verses 1 to 21. So I thank all those who helped me, especially Elohim and Yahweh. I dedicated this video to them and to all those translated beings that was not hesitating to desire to be translated from our translation to those 9 Nephites. As they was firstly asked, they expressed reply, dear beloved Yahweh Jesus Christ, if we might wish as though ascends to heaven that we might also continue our mission with that has assigned us to a missionary where we might continue our mission in highest heaven and we might ascend there to that prison. And Jesus replied to them that 7.5 seconds and you might be there. If anybody thinks there is a different time that Jesus Christ said as 7.5 seconds, or 7 seconds, or 7 days, or 1 week, you can phone call me from America. It is Christopher Some Pastor Finance one, or in England, Scotland, Ireland, and Wales. It is 0750-597 0750-597 here. From abroad, 244-750-591. Maybe Lutz's region might know the answer. Supernal Baksay was not on a Boy Scout. Supernal Baksay was also a musical school, and Supernal Baksay was learning flute to play, big flute as well as actual singing. Actually singing as a channel. I think oh, it was not yet selected.
Wat betekent
I know where I had for situations. in that time as first presidency was dictating, dictating first presidency, and she was also said about like, I testified that the baptism of Jesus Christ of Christ since I personally was baptized and combined the baptism of Holy Ghost. And I also received the priesthood at 1st October 2000, the same day as Gordon Hinckley in Massachusetts. In Cambridge, Massachusetts, dedicated the Boston Temple. It was very early morning as I was dedicated and certified and ordained as I was baptized by the Spirit. The speaker was Yonder Mountain, and then I was ordained by a very sacred ordinance to be a priest of the Most High God. By Polka dinner.
You had a good night as well.
Full.
You had a good night?
And then later, as we had already afternoon in Germany, in a Langenborn place. Bundeswehr was 10 years old almost. She was already 10
You had a
years
good
old.
night, sir.
Yeah, she was over 10.
Just give me a second. I'm
And
going
the
to
university was dedicated Boston Temple, but also Harvard Cambridge University College is situated. Brothers and sisters, I discovered what we can discover in Word of Wisdom. So, I was successful. Maybe it was not saved on my phone. So I had to record. Do I have a phone here somewhere? My telephone is here. This is my telephone. I have a camera on 2 pixels, or megapixels. 2 megapixels. And then I will have a phone call. I might then visit the person. I'm a press on playing with children. And my picture plays by my showing maybe later. This Virgin Media Ordinary is for £10, which is equivalent to around $15. But I'll also like the telephone for $1,500, also for $3,000. There's telephones, I should remind us for $1,000 telephones. I'm trying to say it's such telephone was not developed. Maybe in the past when the first telephone was outside was such a great price. We just discovered online what can we do regarding workplace. There's absolutely fresh information, but we already had the information for a while beforehand, and that's very much changing our place of habitation. They might move from habitable places to easy habitable and to temporary state in highest heaven. I think that what can be helpful regarding vertical that we might partake only of those heads only that are pleased to society for the good inside of food from Thanksgiving, which is very different from MTC Provo in Utah. They eat in flesh. They kill animals like a karate man in Oregon and really into it, or those others being really less something. Yeah. Since it's almost killing of animals, and then there's all those species killed. Yeah. All the species was killed and missionaries ate them. And chicken, they sometimes was eaten to kill chicken. Yeah. And then they eat it and the missionaries there was not burning at all, just they had food. I know that's all. Placed in a tin, and then as they open the metallic tin, there's metallic grass. The missionaries loading it straight into their bellies. Also in restaurants, using also in restaurants. I think myself, I saved myself from tin food to restaurant. And then I remember that I was working in a restaurant, McDonald's, and I had a uniform McDonald's, and our saying was, the most important saying was, please and thank you. Please and thank you. And that was the McDonald's restaurant we were saying, please and thank you. So for example, vegan salad, please, and from kitchen was replied, vegan salad, thank you. And then vegan salad was pretty amazing. That was not usual because normally salads that was available at the bar, at the front where the cash registers are. That was with ham or with chicken. Maybe garden salad was vegan. Maybe garden salad was vegan. So maybe they wanted to have the salad that was normally ham or chicken with vegan, so that was served with wine. The other thing we had in the restaurant, as we was actively opening the tins and filling the bellies of people with grass and from teams. There was not too big grass. There was not long than 10 centimeters, and it was not thicker than 1 or 2 centimeters. In Australia. But this in McDonald's only. There was other diameter teams. So what we was actually taught in McDonald's, and that was really appreciated. They were saying, if you have time, help one another. Or as you go to the kitchen, clean as you go. And these are very famous sayings, of course. So I actually realized I need to mop my plate every day. And I was just thinking if I mopped everywhere, if I was in the morning going to mop there, and if I washed really the windows as well. So I am sure there are some children that are very prominent children and don't need to clean because they have cleaners, but it's everywhere clean. So they have really actually clean and doesn't know what it's feeling to clean after themselves at least for 1 year. I might still feel somewhat the need of friends. So the ones that bring on everybody close to like Minneapolis would like to do something with friends like the teams, especially the Utah. And I invited them not only for pillows and mattresses in a cycle in the area and somehow large, and not only the bodies and all the scratch Mario upon them all you done. And not only them I have also watched scratch upon themselves according to our ingredients and they dazzle around the world most likely. But actually specializing myself for and now Frenchie. Frenchie is the Utah man, and how can I Utah Saints? Well, kind of companies I was absolutely back with it. I just read news, basically in relation to Big James or to the store network. I was just seeing that was back with so just 1 day before, and then I was back with I hope there's all the relation that needs to be translated somewhere into sent to heaven. My company in the house is to England will scratch the sanction and some little shares. So if anybody would like to share with me such like links, bring them. I'm absolutely excited. Yeah, love. For example, I found the magazine The New Era, October 2007. And yes, it was not, but it was stored in a distribution service of digital scratch. What I think I found there on the magazine rack, and there was much of green on it. Straight picture on, and she was having such a similar picture. I was so really writing the picture. Such a picture. Yeah. As you see, was in a Boy Scout collar. I have a Boy Scout collar here on a badge, and Lindsay was in undergrad, she was in pink. So I sitting there on Madison Rock, and I was actually first seeing so briefly. I couldn't come to the Madison Rock, and then I came to Madison Rock, and I was seeing like the parade on the first page in the pink dress, where my wife is the future, and I immediately was starting to write her letter. I bought the magazine. At that time, I was then Supernal Baksay, there was an eldest born in President Shepherd Steak, President Shepherd Steak of what, what was steak, and it was very practical because they was watching with me a Sunset Girl movie with Bill, I'll remember the name there, Kirby Highborn. Kirby Highborn and with some more actors, especially Will, everything. So that's we might have some more fun together. What can we get out of this? Can we find out how can we translate some more into heaven? Because I think the friendship with Utah Saints, yes, that's what we need. If the colors are so the best is heavenly color is white, and then by the one, it's not yellow, it's not any metallic, but maybe some metallic, maybe some pale, some rainbow, but mainly white. I am in need of friendship with exceedingly. So if you would like to know that I have exactly that symbol of Utah, and if you would like to hoping to have at least $2 million per year turnover or pocket money. I tell you, maybe also more experience. It might be 2 million dollars a year because I'm working on a project that youth saints and other saints in the Church of Jesus Christ Lord Saints and beyond might be translated to heavenly glory, and we might have ascensions into heaven. So we might especially work um, for saints that are present saints, and then also the saints in the future, and also the past saints, as we learn in Holy Scripture. For example, in the last book of prophets, of Prophet Malachi in the Old Testament, the last book, in chapter 4, verse 3 and 4, verses, yes, they are first, fathers are turning their hearts to the children. So they are like one generation, but they might go several generations to the children. And then with all those children, they're turning themselves again to the fathers, which might be again very many generations back to Adam. That might be helpful. Jesus Christ has to do something better than himself. And the statement is recorded in the Gospel after the Saints of the Mountains by the New Testament, chapter 14, verses 12 through 15. Jesus Christ stated, "If anybody come after me as my disciple, um, thou will accomplish such acts, such deeds as I myself accomplish, and greater, because I, Jesus Christ, am your advocate of the Father, and in the present Father, am speaking for you as your Holy One orator in the Father." So this is yes to Jesus, yes. I already pronounced the sins of mankind to be forgiven. After for work on baptisms, we might have at least 1,000 baptisms per baptist, which is Jesus Christ Lord sins per day, which is already quite a great achievement. He was counting that we need to be maybe up to 10 elders controlling. They're all dressed in white, and with all the hair immersed, especially those with long hair, and was experiencing baptism, and their hair was swimming in salt like sheep, like the straw and all these glorious hair. And so that when we repeat the baptism or not, I think it was everything alright. And if elder says, the high priest, that it's alright, bishop says that it's right, if witnesses say so it's right, and it's right. So I think that, now how can I remember what I want to say? Brothers and sisters, I need friends with that. So I don't know, I remember. We have the Book of Mormon out in London. London has the our headquarters of European Mission, the Total Republic. This is out for sorry Republic special. Now in special we have their salt, we have the Kosholte oaks, that marvelous oaks that are maybe summer oaks, maybe highest situated forest of summer oaks in the world. The summer was very thin, winter was even thinner, and good quality for ships or for tools or for anything. We have the mineral waters with natural fish. We just come to the well in a forest, in a valley, or up on a hill, and there mineral water coming out of the well, natural fish there. And what else we have? Horses. Pressure people there was keeping horses, and what they have there, we have a national theater of Jonas. It's a beautiful name, Jonas, as those apostles of Jesus Christ in America, those Indian apostles of the Inks and Mayas, an aspect of Nephites. So we have that wonderful experience with Joseph allowed also to Jonas. Maybe he was one of those 9 Jonas in ascended to heaven, as there was 7 days a week, and they ascended to heaven. And then maybe there was Jonas who was those 3, and maybe there was 2 Jonas. So then maybe one was of those 9, and the other was maybe of those 3 that are staying on earth and are somewhere among men preaching the gospel that we might believe. So the children might fight studies with their saints among us. They're already examples of what Jesus Christ interrupted, and they was born sometimes. And then when was they born? They was born sometimes almost 30 years before Jesus Christ was born. That no, the person that in time Jesus Christ was born 2,000 years later. 2013. So you have a really glorious experience. Brothers and sisters, I love you. We're here also with President Holland. Robert, I thank you for your faith in Johnson of Jesus Christ. An excellent faith we have in the Church of Jesus Christ. I especially appreciate Lindsay. I always love this by Lindsay. I hope that we're married. Just Lindsay was 17. I first time wrote her she was 17. I thought she was 16. She was 17. And then as I now throughout the years, already 6 years ago, this is 6 years, I'm still in 2007, it's just 6 years ago, and we didn't yet have any meeting, Lindsay was successfully scheduled for me. So maybe I will now, because I've seen some pictures on the internet just a few minutes ago, and seen like he was friends with Lindsay again. So maybe I will now consider for somebody else, maybe that is necessary, or maybe Lindsay let me know that she would like to friend with me. And then we have now musical here in London. We have also Brigham and University along center. Family history is quite great at the Kew Gardens. There is family history center in National Archives. It's very great time. And we also have a London Temple in South Boston, Westborough. There's two missions in London, maybe more. Maybe one or two missions in London. So let us therefore celebrate that we have Bookable Musicals in February 2013. Bookable Musical um, is with Gavin Trill acting the Price, and Samantha was acting more Jesus Christ and others. I've seen one. It's only approximately 800 yards from here, 900 yards, 1,000 yards. So he's on the bottom of races. So we are on top of the surface, and down on the bottom there is typical surface, and there's also principal theater with actors and acting musical. And we will also have now musical number, musical temperature, and in this musical which we are now seeing, and the music number, music number is a hymn from Hymnal Church's Christ of Blood and Saints. There's also a numbering page and many of the other information and it's on motives and scripture from Bible New Testament, was from the section of Matthew chapter 13. As I have lost love one I be some man on my disciple. If you have loved to another, this is actually glorious. I'll soon get out there to confess that he was inspired by me by Supernal Baksay and get the name of the Eric as the fire. And if he's on fire, the surely he is supposed to be there and get a copyright and then here. But I really have copyright notices. I am already an elder of the Chance Eternal Lord Jesus Christ, only going to sound because of the most young God, Father, for Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior, to the atonement of the Christ. I believe to ascend to heaven now in due time, and I need helpers. If anybody would like to phone call me 07505 from locals, 247 from Americans and others who are outside of the United States of Great Britain, Canada, and Australia, and South Africa, inclusive. Bidding farewell. Love you. God be with us to the meeting and bye. Thank you.